What's up, everybody? Once again, it is time for Funko News. This edition of Funko News was recorded on January 7th, 2024. I'm going to jump right into focusing what's available at the time of this recording on Funko.com, including some Valentine's Day items. So that does include Scarlet Witch with the Heart Hex, Spider-Man with Flowers, the Valentine Pop Pen 2-packs focusing on The Nightmare Before Christmas and The Mandalorian. And then getting away from Valentine's, they also do have Vasco from Starfield listed now on Funko.com. Still focusing on Funko.com, they do have their exclusive figure of Amy Winehouse. They have the Grabber, the red molding variant. And then there's some other random exclusives that are not specifically exclusive to Funko.com, but they are listed on Funko.com now. That does include the Magneto comic cover, the Diamond Sayori figure, the Darth Vader Pocket Pop in Kids T, and then also Eddie, Chapter 9, of course, this being from Stranger Things, that piggyback comic cover. Squid Game NFTs are releasing on January 9th. I do like these figures, but you know, as I've said many times before, I don't really go for NFTs, and I've been waiting on a Frontman pop, so it's a little bit disappointing to see him as an NFT pop, but who knows, maybe Funko will eventually do a common variant of him or some exclusive variant of him that will be easier to get. You also see they have a pop here based on Player 101. They have the main character with the red hair that he went for at the end of the season. They got Freddy Funko as the front man as well, which I think is a pretty cool idea there. And they have a variant of the Masked Worker. So I do think these are cool pops overall. I'm very curious to see how well these do. I'll actually be kind of surprised if these actually sell out. I know that Squid Game is popular, but the pops that they did before, most of them kind of a little bit plain on the plain side. So I'm just really curious to see where the interest is going to be with these NFTs. Definitely let me know whether or not you plan on going for the NFTs and if you hope to get any of these physical pops. Jeff Dunham's pops are available on his official website. That's really nothing new there. I think that Jeff Dunham with Bubba J is the most recent one, and he does have autographed options available on his website. So if you're a big fan of Jeff Dunham, do make sure that you check out his official site for his Funko Pops. The Five Nights at Freddy's Fight Line collectible battle game is available on Amazon right now. You do have to do the proper search on it. I think it helps if you actually write out Five Nights at Freddy's all together, and then you'll be able to find that. Loungefly pet harnesses and collars are available for pre-order with Entertainment Earth, and from what I see, those items should ship out in February. There are some Mandalorian Bitty Pops on the way, and they are available for pre-order with various retailers. And then with Target's next Target Con, which should be in February, and of course when I get more details I'll come back to the Target Con, but you see here two other figures that should be included. The Son Goku figure there from Naruto, and of course we already know about the Last Ronin comic cover that already has the actual sticker there on the box. So like I said, as I learn more about the Target Con releases, of course I will come back around to that. The 50th anniversary Hello Kitty Pops are available for pre-order with various retailers. So that does include the Jumbo Hello Kitty in Cake, and Hello Kitty with Balloon. For the standard size figures, I think they went with some interesting color schemes there, so those probably look pretty cool up close. Again, these are common figures that you can pre-order right now with various retailers. The glow-in-the-dark Fugolion figure from Black Clover is a PX Previews exclusive. Another PX Previews exclusive figure here is Vash the Stampede, this variant of him, that character being from Trigun. Remember, with PX Previews exclusive figures, you can find them with various online retailers, and they do show up in some stores eventually. You also see here the If You Have Ghost Pop album, which is a common item that you can pre-order with various retailers. You can pre-order most of these 7 Deadly Sins pops. The only exception, of course, is the Funko.com exclusive Possessed Meliodas. You're going to have to wait on that figure to be available on Funko.com. But then as far as the character Gother is concerned, this character does have an Entertainment Earth exclusive diamond variant that you can pre-order right now. And then the rest of these figures, of course, are common figures that you can pre-order. That does include the Jumbo Diane figure. And as I always say, when you do pre-orders, especially for common figures, make sure you check with that particular retailer to see when the figures are supposed to ship out. And then there are figures here on the way for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. These are 6 common figures. I'd be surprised if this is all that's going to be available based on the movie. So we'll give it a little bit of time here, and there probably will be an official reveal, and we'll get to see everything that's going to be available based on the movie. I know with the previous movie, they did a lot of those mini puff figures. We'll see if they do as many this time around. But yeah, these are 6 common figures that we're seeing already. That does include the glow-in-the-dark Ray Stance. That's not an exclusive. That does appear to be a common as well. And like these other figures I've been sharing, these are available for pre-order right now with various retailers. The Godfather Part 2 is one of the most well-revered sequels of all time for good reason. It is an amazing movie, and I think these Pops do a pretty good job of representing that movie. So you see that we have here Vito Corleone, and I love the detail of him having the pistol wrapped with the cloth and the cloth catching fire there at the end. Really nice callback to that moment in the movie. Of course, we got Fredo with that awesome jacket on. I really like the look of Fredo. Tom Hagen, I really like as a character. I really like Robert Duvall as an actor. That's the one Pop, though, I feel like if it's out of the box, you might have some trouble identifying who that is. It's one of the more plain looking ones, but it's still cool that he has a Pop. And then, of course, we have here the deluxe Michael Corleone, which is a nice callback to the actual movie poster. I think it was the movie poster. Maybe it was a cover for a home release. I'm not 100% sure, but it does call back to an actual moment in the movie as well. So, yeah, I really like the look of these Godfather Part 2 Pops. I didn't pick up Pops based on the first movie. I just wasn't too drawn to them, but I may actually go for some of these Pops here based on Part 2. I think they are really awesome looking. And again, these are available for pre-order with various retailers. There are a lot of rumors still floating around. I'll do my best to try to get through these quickly. So as far as mystery minis are concerned, we should see a new Naruto set and also a Shrek set on the way. And remember, like I've said previously, we should see some more Shrek Pops on the way and some other DreamWorks characters as well. With Lord of the Rings, we could see a set of Biddy Pops. With DC, we should see some Batman 85th anniversary Pops on the way, including a Batman and Joker 2-pack. Possibly that'll focus on their original designs, but we'll see what happens with that. Also with DC, they have this character Patchwork, which I'm not familiar with. Apparently, he's like I guess a Frankenstein's monster type character. If you know anything about Patchwork and you want to share in the comments, feel free to do so. I'm really not familiar with him. With Marvel, some random bits of information here are possible figures on the way to include Spider-Man 85th anniversary figures, Spider-Rex from Across the Spider-Verse, Wolverine 50th anniversary Pops, Daredevil 60th anniversary Pops. With Groot, we should see a We Are Groot. I guess that's going to be maybe a Pop moment. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see what happens with that. Alpha Groot, I had mentioned previously, you know, based on his design from the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We should see also some figures start to show up for Captain America New World Order. With Star Wars, we should see a Cantina build a scene. We should also see a new Imperial Praetorian Guard. It's been a long time since I've seen one of those figures. I think Funko did at least 3 of those previously, and they did look pretty good. But yeah, it looks like a new one is on the way. With Toxic Avenger, of course, we already had that glow-in-the-dark Comic-Con exclusive, but now we should actually have a common figure of Toxic Avenger on the way. We should see figures based on an American Tale. I think it'll be at least 2 characters, could be more. We'll see what happens, though. With Five Nights at Freddy's, we should see Five Nights at Freddy's Ruin figures on the way. Banjo and Kazooie, that rumor is still floating around. You know, we'll see if that actually pans out. For Diablo 3, I'm not really sure how to say this character's name. I think it's Malthiel, maybe. But yeah, that seems to be on the way. And then World of Warcraft, it's been a while, but it does seem like World of Warcraft could get some more Pops. With SpongeBob also has an anniversary, 25th anniversary, which is kind of unbelievable. And yeah, that makes me feel old. But yes, it does seem like there are some SpongeBob 25th anniversary figures on the way. And I guess you all could take some guesses about what might be included with that. We should see some Pixar Halloween Pops, Looney Tunes Halloween Pops, The Nightmare Before Christmas Summer Pops. With The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, we could see an advent calendar. I could, you know, see some people being pretty excited about that if that does happen. We could see an astronaut Barbie. I'd assume that would be part of the Retro Toys line. Also with the Retro Toys, we could see an Etch-a-Sketch. We could see a figure from Wet Hot American Summer. I don't know if it's going to be just one particular character or multiple characters. We'll have to wait and see. Dazed and Confused could be happening. I know some people have been saying they would like to see Pops based on Dazed and figures possibly on the way. Shorzy, series I'm not really familiar with, seems like it could be getting some figures. Joe Montana could be getting a Sports Illustrated cover. There's, of course, could be some more NBA mascots on the way. I don't think that's too big of a surprise. And focusing on the WWE, we could see a Dominic Mysterio and Bad Bunny 2-pack. To round out the rumors here, I'm going to start off with music artists. So we could see a pop or multiple pops of T-Pain. I think that's very likely because he has expressed on social media before that he wants to work with Funko. We could see Carlos Santana, which that'd be pretty cool. John Bon Jovi, I think I mentioned him previously, but I'm just putting that out there again that he could have pops on the way. We could also see Juan Gabriel. I'm not familiar with this artist, but yeah, Juan Gabriel could be on the way. We already have Cher pops, and we could get another one focusing on her very well-known Met Gala look. With Shakira, we could get a Waka Waka figure. Guns N' Roses, I mentioned previously, should have more pops on the way, focusing on their 90s looks, in particular for Axl and Slash. We could see the MTV logo, Surge Coca-Cola, Juice Force Voodoo Ranger. I really like the original Voodoo Ranger pop, so I would not be surprised to see Funko do another figure based on that ad icon. We could see figures based on the classic Addams Family, Twilight Zone, Aliens Romulus. I think that's an upcoming movie in the Aliens franchise. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a miniseries or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's a movie, though. If you know more about Aliens Romulus, feel free to share. I don't think there's a lot of information out there yet, though, about that project. We could see more figures based on The Conjuring and Insidious. I've mentioned it previously, putting it out there again, that we could see pops based on the Terrifier, and there could potentially be at least 3 variants of that character, at least 3. And then Phantasm as well could get pops, and I would assume at least a figure of the Tall Man. I didn't stick with the Phantasm franchise, but I saw the original movie multiple times because my family owned a copy of it when I was a kid. I was watching it really before I should have, but yeah, that was a pretty cool horror movie, so it'd be very interesting to see the Tall Man as a pop. That's one I would have to add into my collection. I like when Funko does more with horror in particular, because horror doesn't always get a lot of love, so yeah, that's pretty cool to see. So I definitely want to hear from you all. Out of these rumors, what are you excited about? What do you hope pans out to be true? And what else have you seen in this video that you would like to add to your collection? Thank you again, everybody, for the continued support, especially for those of you that take that 1 second to like the video. It does make a difference. I feel like for me and any other YouTuber that puts hours into our content, when people take that 1 little second to like the video, it actually does go a long way, and we really do appreciate that. Also, continue to share these videos if you think they are going to help out other collectors. I look forward to reading your comments. You all take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you all again real soon.